Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Shrimad Bhagwatam, Canto 4, Chapter 19, text number 34, 33. Naivatmane Mahendraya Dosham Arhartum Arsasi Ubhavapi Vadramte Tamashloka Vigraho. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Brahma continued, "Let there be good fortune to both of you, for you and King Indra are both part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore you should not be angry with King Indra, who is none different from you." Text 34. Masmin Maharaja Kritahasma Chintam Nishamayasmad Vacha Adhritatma Yadhyayato Daivahatam Nukartam Mano Antarirushtam Dishate Tamo Andam. My dear king, do not be agitated and anxious because your sacrifices have not been properly executed due to providential impediments. Kindly take my words with great respect. We should always remember that if something happens by providential arrangement, we should not be very sorry. The more we try to rectify such reversals, the more we enter into the darkest region of materialistic thought. Purport. Sometimes a saintly or very religious person also has to meet with reversals in life. Such incidences should be taken as providential. Although there may be sufficient cause for being unhappy, one should avoid counteracting such reversals. For the more we become implicated in rectifying such reversals, the more we enter into darkest regions of material anxiety. Lord Krishna has also advised us in this connection. We should tolerate things instead of becoming agitated. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. So, Brahma is advising King Prithu, explaining to him that Indra and you are both part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That being so, you should not be angry with King Indra. And he says that it should be, this reversal should be accepted as providential arrangement or providential impediment. And if it happens like that, we should not be very sorry. And if we try to counter such reversals, then it will simply implicate us in the darkest region of materialistic thought. What this means is that he's saying that you are part and parcel of the Lord. Just like, two servants of the Lord. Don't, if by some providential arrangement, your service has been disturbed by another servant of the Lord, then you take it as providential arrangement and do not retaliate. Do not be revengeful. once you think of taking revenge, as was happening in this case, no doubt he had done something wrong, Indra. But now don't take revenge. By doing that, you will get entangled into materialistic thoughts. False ego comes into picture. A very instructive verse this is. Because in our devotional life, we do come across such kind of a enmity where constant obstacles are put before the devotee by another devotee. Because of envy, as we see in this case, Indra was envious of King Prithu, that he would become more famous than me. So because of that envy, he wanted to curb Prithu's power by stopping his devotion service of performing the yajna, Ashwamedha yajna. So in the same way, in our practical daily devotion service to the Supreme Lord, some other servants may, out of envy, put a spoke in our service, prevent us from executing our services. So the verse here it says is that basically we should not retaliate tit for tat. Then it becomes, one gets lost in materialistic thought. Materialistic thought is, I will not leave him, I will show him vengeful things. But that is not the solution for a devotee. The advice given here is that one should understand that this is by providence. Without the will of the providence, nothing happens. And in this way, one has to accept and surrender to the Supreme Lord, seek His protection, and carry on his devotion service in spite of all the obstacles that the other ignorant devotee may put across his service. We can compare this situation of Indra and Prithu like two devotees in the temple or ashram. So the advice here is that even if you know that this devotee is obstructing my service, one should be very tolerant of that and surrender to providence. This is very difficult. When one is functioning in this world, not in pure devotion service, but in mixed devotion service, where his false ego is also involved, and therefore the tendency is tit for tat. The false ego will try to get entangled, emotionally entangled into negative thoughts of retaliating, seeking justice, all this kind of activities. Of course, one should rightfully, whatever is in its duty, he can do that. When you do something as a duty to counter somebody is trying to obstruct your service, ultimately, whether you succeed or not, you should leave it in the hands of the providence. You should leave it in the hands of Krishna. Thus, there is no scope in devotee's life, even within the devotional service, if there is some kind of a enviousness, then one should simply tolerate that and pray to the Supreme Lord. It is for the Supreme Lord to protect your devotion service. This is very true, that once you become spiteful, revengeful, then one act will lead to another act. And it will ultimately lead to so many undesirable acts, materialistic thoughts, and one completely gets entangled in his mind. He loses his freedom. He loses his peace. He is better off by ignoring or neglecting such envious devotees, or even forgiving such devotees, because after all he is devotee. Forgive him. That is a path that is prescribed here. How much we can defend, that much as a dutifully we can defend. But beyond dutifully defending, some other Vaishnavas attack. Beyond dutifully defending, another Vaishnavas attack or envy. One should not go into, like karmis have a revengeful mood. I want to teach him a lesson. How can he do this to me? All these kind of things will make him lose his own devotional service. So therefore here Brahma is instructing Indra and is instructing Prithu Maharaj. Okay, don't attack him. Don't kill him. For some higher reason, all these things are happening. See, devotee always thinks that ultimately he is not the ultimate cause. Everything that happens in devotee's life, some reversal that happens, it is not due to your own cause or human cause, any other human cause. Ultimately, a devotee has given his life in the hands of the Supreme Lord. And which direction, where, when, how, what, about his service, about his life, is in the hands of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord works in a very complicated way. It doesn't work the way we think. Why this obstacle is coming? No. Krishna is infinite intelligence. The Lord in the heart. He may want to teach the devotee so many lessons. And he is not the primary cause. He is not the cause for anything in this matter. Just like you see, Prabhupada gives example that in a forest, different types of plant grow. Rain is the primary cause. But the specific cause for a mango tree is a mango seed. Specific cause for a jackfruit tree is a jackfruit seed. You cannot say that rain has caused. You can say and not say. Rain is a cause of jackfruit. Rain is a cause of mango. Yes, in a sense, yes, it's a general cause. Without rain, it will not happen. But why jackfruit did not produce mango? Why mango did not produce jackfruit? Because of the seed. So exactly in the same way, everywhere, everything that happens, providence is involved, like rain is involved. In the case of devotees, the Lord's bigger plan is involved. Bigger plan, and you may have your smaller plans. Your smaller plan may clash with each other. You cannot say why Prithu is doing good work, why Krishna did not give intelligence to Indra not to do such things. No. Everybody is given freedom. Indra is given freedom. So is Indra coming and troubling him? Is the Lord the cause? When we say it is by will of providence, it means over and above your individual good and bad desires, over and above your desire to do something, over and above your devious plan or good plan or whatever it is a plan of the Lord, like the rain, without which no good can happen, no bad can happen. Nothing will grow in the forest, neither poisonous fruits nor sweet fruits will come if there is no rain. So devotee always remembers that the Supreme Lord is a Param Ishvara, the Supreme Sanctioner of all desires of all living entities. His sanction may be through laws of karma, doesn't matter. His sanction may be, in the case of a devotee, direct involvement. There will be a bigger plan for everything. Because in this material world, Krishna has kept this material world or created this material world for giving total freedom to all the living entities to do what they want and reap the benefit or the loss of their own activity. That is the material world. Ye tamam prapadanse tam sate bhajamyam. As you surrender, I reciprocate. Just like sometimes devotees ask this question. Prabhu, there also, the other camp also is chanting. They are also preaching. Why Krishna is allowing these two camps? We are also devotees. Why is allowing these two camps? Ultimately, it is will of providence, subject to the devotee's desires. So one answer I could give, see, Lord's plan are super plans. He has to accommodate everybody. What is the basic difference between the two camps? In the other camp, as the devotee becomes senior and senior, he is becoming more and more hopeful of being Guru one day. It's a fact. So, they have got the desire for position, power, discipleship. It is only that desire. Rest of philosophy is only an excuse. Oh, it's against tradition. It is this. Philosophy is all against. It's all excuse. It's all excuse. But really in the heart, what is the sum and substance, essence of it? Essence of it, yes, we have to be gurus. Somebody initially may be carried away by the philosophy, a young devotee. Yes, it is again tradition and all these things. But ultimately what will sustain his devotional life is as one becomes more and more senior, is thinking that after my guru goes, or even when my guru is here, ultimate very clear. My guru became guru, he was disciple once, and now he became guru. So I will become guru. And guru is a very interesting position in this material world. If you do not know your spiritual responsibilities, it's a very exciting position. Just like one sannyasi, I was traveling with him. Then I heard him talking to his godbrother. I was in the back seat. He says, you see, now I'm going to become guru. My old age problem is solved. Just see. Because disciples will be there, disciples will serve. Everything taken care of. Servant is there, all services, everything is taken care of. It's a very attractive position in the material world. Very attractive position. So some have that desire. So Krishna has to allow that. We say no, we want to be only eternally servant of Srila Prabhupada. In this movement, we want everyone to be always servant. Even if they are Siksha Guru. In Siksha Guru, you see, the perks are not there. In Diksha Guru, the perks are too much. Not only gross facilities, even subtle facilities. The respect you get, the honor you get, the glorification you get, the worship you get is unbelievable. That is why it is said, just like for Mayavadis, to become one with God is a last snare of Maya. For Vaishnavas, the last snare of Maya is to become Guru. And they get trapped. But they are Vaishnavas. So facility has to be provided by Krishna. Krishna likes varieties. I will not interfere. 10 camps are there, okay. World is so wide. Okay. So he allows that. Then somebody will say, okay, then what's the problem? Why are you attacking? They go back. They'll go back to Godhead. You will also go back to Godhead. No. Their desires will be fulfilled in that other camp. And next life, they'll be born to the Grahasthas in this camp and continue their devotional service and become free from this disease. Could be Krishna's plan. So he has to allow everything. So providence has his own plan. Logically we can understand this because they are also Vaishnavas. They have to go back to Godhead, no. But the route is only by giving up this last snare of Maya of becoming Guru and becoming servant of Srila Prabhupada. So one should not forget that the Lord is in control. Why rain should fall here, why rain should not fall here, this is all His decision. Wherever it falls, what sprouts depends upon the seed. Sometimes He'll make this successful, this more successful, all these things. So He has a super role in everything, not only in devotees' life. Who has got total control over today's world? Nobody. Every individual is acting whimsically. without a big picture. Who has a big picture? Only Parameshwara, Krishna has a big picture. The world war cannot be, or the atom bombs cannot blast without the will of the providence. So devotees always, whatever it is, see, I am not the controller. Nobody you can see, whether this fellow or that fellow or Trump or Modi or Netayu or everybody is ordinary human being. They are doing something, but it has impact on the whole world, this way, that way. They cannot decide or put in. Somebody else is deciding the movement of the world, kala, time to time. Who is that somebody else? The boss of kala. Who is boss of kala? The Supreme Lord, who is within and without everything, who is the foundation of all existence, who is the cause of all causes, who cannot be seen with material senses, but yet he is there everywhere. Individually is there in everybody's life, devotee's life, karmi's life, everybody's life, sitting as Paramatma. Situation-wise, he is in control. What all the individuals put together create a situation. So how the Lord fulfills, how the Lord takes the world from one situation to another situation through Kala. We cannot understand because he is a person of infinite intelligence. Like you say, kill two birds with one stone. Is that a common English saying? But Krishna's capacity is he will kill million birds with one stone. Because that much situations he can reconcile and harmonize. So many desires. Different country, different leaders, they have different desires. He allows that. But not that he lets go everything as it wants. That is what it is said. That's why when Krishna incarnates, he has this world. Not that you do whatever you want, you are all left free. No. Within a certain jurisdiction, you are left free. After that, the Lord will incarnate. To kill Ravana, to kill Kamsa, to kill Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. In this material world, not that material world is disconnected from the Lord. He just created this world and he has left it like that and is in the spiritual world. As law of karma, whatever you want to do, you do, enjoy and suffer. I am not involved in it. No, I am involved in overall. In the big picture, I am involved. Just like Kali Yuga will come, Satya Yuga will come, Treta Yuga will come, Dwapara Yuga will come, again Kali Yuga will come. That doesn't depend upon, how bad the people are. Oh, how bad the people are that Kali Yuga is going to extend some more. No. That big decision he has made. This is Kali Yuga. In that he fits all the people who wants to fulfill the desires that is appropriate for the Kali Yuga. That kind of jivas are put into it. It is inconceivable for us to think of a person, just like it is very conceivable for you to think of, okay, I can manage my family, my children, this thing, that is finances. Suppose you have 100 children. You have 5 wives. We'll collapse. We have no control over it. But Krishna is the father of all living entities. Unlimited. Just imagine what is his intelligence, his capacity, his Shakti. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarna Karana. Because in this material world, we only see small people, tiny people. God consciousness means to accept that there is another person who is very loving to us, like Krishna, like a human being, very loving to us. But his tattva is different. He is another kind of a person. I am never equal to God. I am also a person, God is also a person. But that God person is an unlimited person with unlimited capacities, unlimited Shaktis, unlimited faculties, unlimited thinking, unlimited feeling, unlimited willing, unlimited love. This is meditation on the Supreme Lord. Even though ultimately we are not, as devotees practicing Krishna consciousness, we have to know these things, but we are interested in developing a sweet relationship with the Supreme Lord. At the same time, when we are in this material world, we have to understand that He has got, the Supreme Lord has got multiple aspects. His Aishwarya aspect is there, His power aspect is there, which is keeping this world running. So whatever happens in a devotee's life, he doesn't think there is some accident. From our side there may be accidents. But the end of it, the Lord is holding the situation, every situation, in everybody's life. In the devotee's situation, in every we have in our life means what? Changing situations. One should have full faith that Lord, all my situation, Lord is the boss. He is a final decision maker. Man proposes, God disposes. That is meaning of being Krishna conscious when you work in this material world to achieve different results. You come across some adverse things in life. Lord is the supreme boss. He knows why He sanctioned this, which is very reverse. It affects me adversely now. I can do my duty to rectify it, but I cannot go beyond my duty to rectify it, thinking that I am the supreme controller. What I can do, I can do. As in this case, if some devotee is disturbing my service, do your duty, leave it. Don't become vengeful. We need to teach him a lesson. All these things. Unless the Lord decides. One of the Lord's decision could be that a lesson should be taught. Then He will decide. You don't take it up. Just like Ambarish was hurt. Maharaj Ambarish was hurt by Durvasa. He did not take up retaliation. Rather than he went to the other extreme. He's so humble, he said, oh, I have really offended him. But in his case, who retaliated? Who punished him? The Supreme Lord. So it's not that devotees who harass others will go scot-free. Anybody who offends anybody will get, Krishna will take care. It is his role. It is not my role. My role, see, just like somewhere Prabhupada was giving class. And all these modern Westerners in US, they're all there in the crowd. He went to the Wild West. And Prabhupada was giving class. Then he was saying, first class people are called Brahmin, second class Kshatriya, third class Vaishya, fourth class Shudra. That man got hurt. He stood up and asked Prabhupada, which class are you? Prabhupada said, fifth class. In a very attacking way he asked, which class are you? You are telling everybody class, class, class. What is your class? Prabhupada says, fifth class. The whole room was silent. Afterwards, Prabhupada, after the class, went inside. He said, he insulted me because something I have done to him in last life. So you don't retaliate. The will of providence is standing up and he is telling this. I take it as will of providence. So it's a very instructive verse, today's, where should not retaliate, do tit for tat. Sometimes devotees may be due to their conditioning, they may hurt somebody. Mostly it is that only. It is not that somebody is, of course there will always be cases somebody is after one's blood. Like the other camp is after my blood. They'll be there. That is there. But normally in our temple, in our ashram, some shortcoming is there, then he will hurt you. No, I will not leave him. No, don't carry it. You are harming yourself. You are spoiling your nice Krishna consciousness. Be nicely Krishna conscious. Let them. When you do duty, you do your duty without emotions. There is a difference between action, a duty. Maybe you should go and tell your authority. That duty. When you do duty, you have no expectation. You tell it's my duty to tell my authority and come away. What he does, I don't care. It's not in my hand. If you go and tell him, and then he has not taken action, that means you did not do it as a duty. You wanted to take vengeance through, or you want to retaliate through the authority. That should not be the mood. Just your duty you tell. You cannot keep quiet. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending, everything in a regulated way in Krishna consciousness we do. We eat prasadam, correct? Sleeping, we sleep in a regulated way. Mating, we have a grahastha ashrama for a particular purpose. Defending is also there. Because we are not pure devotees. So we have to defend. That defend is not retaliation. Defend is not seeking justice. Defend is doing your duty to inform the right person. Once you inform, if you are not sad, maybe it not struck him, maybe 2-3 times you can go and remind and inform. Nothing wrong, but be detached. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I am not the controller. Any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I just want to narrate one pastime of Srila Prabhupada which is relevant to this, and I have something which is complementing to this and also a question. In 1976, Srila Prabhupada's god brother Bhaktivedanta Tirtha Maharaj passed away. Tirtha Maharaj passed away.
Which Maharaj? Born Maharaj?
Tirtha Maharaj. Prabhupada was in his room in Vrindavan when he heard the news, and he said, Bhaktivedanta Tirtha, now he is gone, but he went back to Godhead. Bhavananda said, Srila Prabhupada, how is that possible? Instead of helping you, Bhaktivilas Tirtha gave you trouble. And he created a dispute that split up Bhakti Siddhanta's mission and forced the Gaudiya Mutt into a 40 years lawsuit. How could he have gone back to Godhead? Prabhupada said, he went back to Godhead because my Guru Maharaj accepted his service. Further, the devotee writes, from that I understood that if a pure devotee accepts our service, then even though we may not be qualified, Krishna gives us the opportunity to go back home, back to Godhead. So just a couple of points from here. When Prabhupada was trying to purchase land in Mayapur, and even when Prabhupada was trying to take sannyas, Tirtha Maharaj creates a lot of obstacles to Srila Prabhupada. There are many instances were there, well recorded in the by history by the Prabhupada disciples, how Tirtha Maharaj was creating a lot of trouble to Srila Prabhupada. So, but still Srila Prabhupada says that he has gone back to Godhead. So, Prabhupada obviously had no, envy or any kind of revenge against Tirtha Maharaj. So, that can be understood. So, now the question comes here is, look, there are two very exalted devotees. Tirtha Maharaj also has gone back to Godhead because, his Guru has accepted his service. Prabhupada is already a Siddha Mahatma, okay, and so when he came to this world, he is already a pure devotee. So how to reconcile that there are so many different ways of doing devotion service, right? So there is, especially when there is a conflicting thing. So there is such an instance like in 1967 when Prabhupada first comes back for his health, recovering his health. He comes to Calcutta. Tirtha Maharaj wanted Prabhupada to come to his mata to show that it is he who has ordered Prabhupada to go to the West. So that is the kind of things were going on, but still how do we understand this? That, two such devotees,
I told
senior
you.
level. Yeah.
The beauty of existence is each jiva is different. This is Krishna's variety. So each individual, this is our philosophy. Our philosophy is that each of us are unique individuals. But the uniqueness can be used, misused, and you will get just going back to Godhead is not everything. Going back to Godhead is not everything. Krishna knows what service, there are gradations of services. Each living entity is carrying with him the consequences of his attitude. Even within the pure devotional service, Radharani is the supermost. Somebody else cannot do any kind of service that surpasses hers. So there is a difference. Just see. So anybody who chants Hare Krishna, yes, and serves the spiritual master will get the basic liberation or back to Godhead. But then, what is your level of what is the kind of quality and what is the level of your bhakti? That all depends. If in the spiritual world there is gradation, that everybody looking towards Radharani for her super excellent devotion to Krishna. So there is a difference between different levels. That means unlimited varieties. God is enjoying unlimited varieties. That is why He has expanded into jivas, into swamsha and vibhinamshas. He expands into so many swamshas. Swamsha means Narayana, Rama, Dashavatara, Narayanas. Imagine, this is, you cannot conceive of this tattva. This Vishnu tattva cannot be conceived. That is why, Bhavanam Janmanam Ante Jnanaman Mam Prapadyante. Then yes, I cannot conceive you, Krishna, I like to serve you. I cannot comprehend you, but I like to have a relationship with you. I want bhakti. I want love, pure love. In pure love comes all this, bigness is gone. Your unlimitedness gone. God's unlimitedness is gone. So that is the kind of bhakti that Krishna consciousness want to give. But before we reach that, we have to understand the Vishnu Tattva. We have to understand the greatness of God. Because we are in this material world, we are all trying to be great. So when you understand the greatest, then you will understand how insignificant you are. Spiritual world, there is no question of, in the spiritual world, everybody is in love of Krishna. Some may be of greater quality, some may be lesser quality, varieties of love of Krishna. And also another thing is, you see, what all somebody may do to somebody, if he is serving a greater Vaishnava, that Vaishnava can clean him up. That could have happened in this case. As Prabhupada is explaining, he served his Guru Maharaj, whatever defects may be, and he accepted that service. Finish. He's got, all other disqualifications are cleansed and then taken back to God. Grandharaj Shrimad Bhagwatam ki jai. Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.